them just at the right time.
Good evening. Good evening, and welcome to Science and Sorcery, the show where we gently cradle your... No, we don't. The show where science communicators... I think that's the first time I've seen Alex make that face. The show where we, science communicators, play Dungeons and Dragons. And we are back with a pre-recorded session of our campaign with Mr. Ruin. And going forward, you're going to be seeing a bit more pre-recording from us, just to make our own lives a bit easier. But that doesn't mean we won't be in the chats, causing chaos, no doubt. So, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are on our way to hopefully wrap up in yet another storyline as our intrepid teens set off to go kill some hags and hopefully not die in the process.
Not permanently, anyway.
They've got 2 diamonds, they'll be fine. As long as the cleric doesn't
dying
die.
as a treat.
Yes, you. I am joined once again by Sam, Rachel, Alex, and Khalil, and we've got a couple of quick announcements for you. The first of which is our June one-shot, our Pride Month one-shot, which we will be seeing the return of our lovely guest DM, Catherine Sheard, who is going to be DMing a maths-based adventure. I will be playing. I can't do math. It's gonna be great. We found some of these elusive maths gays to come and join us, and that is going to be on the 21st? First! Almost got it. I can't count either. The 21st of June. So come and join us right here in Science and Sorcery at 7 p.m. BST for maths and gays and TTRPGs. Our second announcement is Valkyrie Dice. We love Valkyrie Dice. Valkyrie Dice roll great, and they let us have fun by rolling math rocks. And again, math, not my strong suit, but rocks, great. So if you want more math rocks, go to valkyrierpg.co.uk and use code SciAndSorcery for 30% off, which is absolutely amazing. Do we have any other announcements, Sam? I don't think we do we?
I've got a quick one.
I think Rachel will have one, definitely.
Yeah. So by the time this goes out, I will have already been at UK Games Expo. Thanks if you were there. But on Tuesday, I'm going to be at Cheltenham Science Festival, playing a game of Would I Sigh to You? Science Facts. It's going to be fun. A bunch of really cool people: Adam Rutherford, Neil Montero, Shirley Halser, Jane Gregory, and me. So yeah, some will be lies, some will be true. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet, so it will be improvised. Enjoy.
And for those of you on the other side of the UK, if you want to come along to Glasgow Science Festival, Sam and I are going to be there on the 13th of June. Do we have a time yet, Sam? Is it 7 p.m?
No.
In my head, it's 7 p.m.
13th of June,
it's not 7 p.m.
6:30 p.m. till 7:45 p.m. We're going to be running a game of You Awaken in a Strange Place alongside 2 people who have been on Science and Sorcery before, Elizabeth Mills, Marine Mumbles, and Caleb Spearing. We're going to be making up a full game on the spot in front of a live audience. It's going to be chaos, and they've let me be in charge again, which everyone just needs to stop.
Yeah, it's because we're in Glasgow, and I feel like if we don't let you be in charge when we're in Glasgow, someone's going to put a traffic cone like way on my head so I can't see, and then throw me in a river.
That's just coming to Glasgow. That's just what happens.
That's a really niche Silent Hill spin-off.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Need a horror game about that now. Anyway, D&D. Let's play D&D.
Actually, that show is going to be for child-friendly as well, unlike this channel. I think we established last session. 15-year-olds, are you here? Why are you here? Are you allowed to be here? We don't know. We're not your parents. It's fine. But you will be allowed to come to Glasgow Science Festival to watch us play You Awaken in Strange Place. And that was the announcements, more than I was expecting. So, a quick recap of what happened last week. The party, after putting M's family to rest in the mountains, made their way back to town And 3 of the 4 spend far too long coming up with a very complicated plan to steal part of a dragon's hoard from some guard drakes, while the one person who can invisibly fly was kept in the dark about this because they were worried she was going to cause problems. And then problems happened because it doesn't fly invisibly, and they had to run away from some guard drakes. But they did pick up a nice folding boat, which is very useful because they are now on their way to go and kill some hags, who they made a deal with to bring them a were creature. But after a conversation with a god who'd been ghosting them for a while, the cleric Nimbo, who had made this deal, was not so gently informed that if he were to go and hand another person off to these hags, his patron god would be very, very upset with him. So that's not gonna happen. So instead, they've decided to just go and kill some hags. Now, you've gone to sleep in M's grandmother's house on the living room floor. The 4 of you lying down here, you're lying, relatively close together. This isn't a massive house. And you all manage to sleep quite peacefully. And you have a dream. You find yourself stalking through the mountains in the snow with 4 other Unkaina. Your mother, your siblings, grown as they would have been had they lived, and a by now familiar figure, the armor-clad paladin, Shohul Snowsong. You stalk through snowbanks until you spot your prey, a deer up ahead, an ibex. You and your family work together to bring it down. And it's reminiscent of your first solo hunt, when you first killed an ibex on your own. The day that your family was killed. You kept the horns, fashioned one into a wand. You find yourself in this dream, sitting down, doing the same, whittling away. Shohul sits down next to you. You've gained quite a lot of power, even without my aid, Emerald.
Is this real?
Sort of.
Where are we?
The in-between. This is where I find myself.
Why are my family here? Have they not moved on?
They have. I thought you deserved the chance to spend one more day with them.
Thank you. That's very kind.
It will be difficult for me to speak with you again. This is tiring, and your family's spirits will rest soon, but mine continues to wander. And aiding you in this way, as I have tried, is rapidly draining my available resources. But I want you to have something. I want you to have this. He places one hand on the ibex antler, which you are currently carving. If you ever need help, tell me what I can do, and I will try my best.
I just reach out and ask.
Yes.
Okay. I have a question.
Please.
Are there other champions of the god like you that wander?
I've not seen my allies in a long time. But I believe there is at least one.
Do you know who?
But she does not wander in the same way I do. She is trapped.
She? Who's she?
Her name is Bashara Wildless, a champion of cowards.
Oh.
She lingers in your plane.
Well, that's not good news.
Yeah, she was a very valuable ally.
I don't like the idea of anyone being trapped.
No.
Well, I'm not going to make any promises about trying to get her out of the trap that she's in. We already have a lot going on.
You do. And I don't know where she is, where you would even begin.
Okay.
But should you meet her, try to keep her friendly. She will help.
We have WtR in our group. I can't promise anything.
I think you should go a little bit easier on WtR. She means well. She could be an idiot, but she means well.
I don't think I've been particularly mean to her recently, but...
It's called character growth.
I think I'm ready to wake up now.
Alright. Good luck, Emerald.
Where is that? Where is... And I just look around for this pica at the moment, and then I guess wake up.
You wake up and Yarrow was not with you in your dream. Yarrow, as you wake up, you sit up, you look around, and sleeping inside Nimbo's hair, curled up, is Yarrow. He's chewing on like one of the copper bits that's in Nimbo's hair in his sleep. Rolling slightly.
As in Yarrow's asleep chewing.
Yarrow is asleep chewing on Nimbo's hair.
I'm gonna just get up quietly and go over and just like lift him out.
Nimbo, you feel a tug on your head as your hair starts to get pulled, and you realize there's a pica that's sort of gripping onto it until Em manages to entangle Yarrow.
Don't worry.
Easy. Oh, that stinks.
It's just this is new behaviour. We'll have a chat about it in the morning. Unless you had the conversation to say that this was okay.
That's not new behavior, you've just never noticed it before.
Well, that's another conversation we need to have.
I'm usually awake before you.
I thought the copper was just fraying on its own.
Do you understand how valuable that is, Yarrow? Don't do that. Do I need to make you a
I need to
nest?
keep my teeth shaved down.
Well, I'll get you a bone to chew on.
Great, can I have your wand? That
No,
sounds nice.
no. We'll find you. We're going on the river. Maybe I'll find you cuttlefish.
In the river?
I mean, there's someone looking for a dinosaur in the river.
Fair enough. Alright. We heading off then?
Well, I don't know that it's fully morning yet. I've woken up a little bit early, but let's see if everyone else is.
It's about dawn.
Okay. Well, shall we do a wake up call?
Well,
Alright.
I'm not ready.
Is WtR in the eye or is WtR out?
Blood is out and also has been awake for 4 hours because it helps.
Yeah.
Just silently watching us have this interaction.
And silently watching Yarrow sleep curled up in Nimbo's hair and drooling.
I think she has one of her like smutty teen novels.
Not Casimir Crowrun smut.
Oh no, not that one. I had a collection
Okay.
of.
No, you did buy some as well, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
is the
Muck's
only person-
only one still asleep.
So I'm imagining Muck is snoring loudly.
Yeah.
In which case, I'm just going to prestidigitate the smell of bacon in the air.
Muck just immediately sits up. Like, let's go.
You do that like cartoon thing where you just like float after the smell.
Yes. There's a lot of that in this campaign. I'm
Yeah,
enjoying it.
Nimbo did it last time as well. It was great.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Can I do a very brief? I don't want to interrupt too much. Can I do a very brief, very pedantic science fact?
Mm.
Plesiosaur, not a dinosaur. Marine reptiles like
Em doesn't know.
plesiosaurs and ichthyosaurs and stuff exist. Marine reptiles existed alongside dinosaurs, evolutionarily distinct.
Oh, wow.
You can have a nerd dice.
It's the same for like the ichthyosaurs as well. The ones that
Mhm.
they weren't dinosaurs.
And
either.
pterosaurs as well, the winged ones.
Mhm.
I knew
More
Bucket,
It's
and that
confusing
visually scene
because
would
they
come in
also
handy
have-
at some point.
They also have SAR in their name, so I understand why it's confusing to people. Right. The four of you, it's easy enough to make yourself some breakfast. There is bacon available, and eventually say your farewells to Granny Muse and Clara the Were-Eagle,
Stay
and
safe.
set off towards the harbor, which is just outside of town. You stop on the way at a magic shop, you pick up some more potions, some javelins for Muck, and you make your way down to where you'll be able to get the boat in the water. As you get to shore, you've been pointed to a jetty, and you speak the command word, I assume to make the boat big enough to comfortably fit the bigger size rather than the smaller one. Comfortably fit yourselves and your equipment in it. As you're waiting for the boat to unfold, you hear from behind you a turning around, you spot a brunette wood elf dressed in leather armor, leaning on a staff, a Crestguard symbol pinned to her cloak. This is someone you have seen before, Nerisei, the druid from Bearfell.
So is this that early encounter where there was the like weird white stag
Yes, yeah,
and the
this is
snail from that went through the hole in the world?
This is the druid who normally helped out the old farmer whenever his sheep went missing, and you encountered her when you headed back into Lishold, and she knew who you all were, without you knowing how she could know your names. This was before you found out that the song about the finger blasters had gone viral.
Good times.
You were all very suspicious. Nimbo, you followed her around town
Yes. Yes.
in a disguise to see what she was up to while she was running errands.
I turned around and
Yeah.
go, Nerisei?
Yep. Hi.
Hey, what are you doing around here? I mean, hi, nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. Hopefully.
Insight check.
This is what happened last time.
That's rude.
Go ahead and make an insight check.
Okay, well, 7. So
It's not hard to read her right now. She's like brow furrowed, looking all of you over. She looks a bit worried. And a bit ashamed almost. I actually am looking for you guys. How are you getting on?
I mean, keeping ourselves busy.
Yeah, good.
How about you? What?
Yeah, busy. Busy, not doing the things I was hoping I'd be doing. But here I am, and here you are. I need to ask you guys. Well, okay, no. I've been sent to ask you guys some questions about a mysterious arson back in Lishold.
Awesome.
And you guys apparently had a disagreement with the tailor whose shop burned down the same day.
What?
Wait, that shop burned down.
Yeah.
What?
I mean,
That's crazy.
we had a disagreement, but like, wait, just to pause here. M hasn't told us
No.
that
M
they
did
burnt the
tell
shop
you.
down, right?
M did tell you, yeah.
I think M
Did
told
they?
me.
M told Muck at least.
Just
yeah.
Muck,
M
yeah.
told Muck.
After
Okay,
my
okay,
dress.
okay.
Actually,
Yeah.
Muck, can you make a deception
fuck.
check, please?
Yeah.
I'm just looking at you.
Can my genuine confusion be an assist?
Sure, I'll allow it. Nerissa rolled a natural 20 though, so you're gonna need to beat that.
That's literally impossible because okay, it's all right. Let's
Yeah,
have a
she's
go.
also a druid, so that's a 28 for her.
No, I got an
Should I use
8.
my? Should I What did you roll?
I got a -1, so I rolled a 9 and got an 8.
Yeah, and this is a skill check, so even with a natural 20, you wouldn't beat her.
Well, I was
So.
just thinking whether I try and take that back, but I think we might. No, it's not worth it.
No, it wouldn't. I will tell you straight up. Re-rolling this, you wouldn't have been able to beat her roll. She just looks at you, Muck. Right. Okay. That's what I was afraid of.
Whoa! Like,
I didn't even say
assuming
nothing.
things. Actually, my passive insight, I know Mock's lying.
You know Muck's lying. You don't know who burned it down, but you
So
know
I'm gonna
Muck
shut the
knew it
fuck up.
had burned down. Yes.
Like, even I have a passive insight of 9, and I know that you're lying.
You've all just realized that Muck's definitely lying, but you don't know what she's lying about or why she knows that the shop burned. Like, you don't know M's involved. Goodness. Okay. Right. I mean, it. I'm not gonna lie. Arson is bad, and it costs a lot of damage, and blah blah blah. But I really don't want to have to arrest you guys.
It would be unfortunate for you to have to try. Yeah.
Well,
You just threatened her.
Yeah, I feel like we should be an intimidation check. That sounds like
go ahead and make an intimidation check, but with disadvantage.
We're doing it all wrong. I should be
Oh,
intimidated.
God,
Oh wait, I can
we're
help
really-
you.
We're really fucking
I'll help
this
you
up.
make it straight.
No.
Oh.
I don't want to intimidate her too much. 7.
Okay. She just looks at you and she gives you a look. It's like, oh, honey, you've no idea what I'm capable of.
Okay, can I make a religion check as I think, okay, Idle, what can I do to get away with this?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Bertha's just
17?
Looking for a technicality.
Yes, I'm gonna rules
So-
lawyer.
You know what M did is absolutely illegal.
Mm-hmm.
You also remember that the Crest Guard wasn't originally meant to be the police.
Okay,
The Crest
in
Guard
that case.
was meant to help people defeat monsters and solve problems for rural villages and things like that. More
you.
like rangers rather than cops.
Got you. So as she says she's gonna arrest us, I say, under what power?
I said I'd rather not have to arrest you.
Well, good, because that's not your job.
So-
Exactly.
I think we might have got off on the wrong foot here. Should we reset and let's, try and find a way that we can together come up with the best outcome for this? Yeah?
Okay, yes. Hi, nice to see you again. You're wanted under suspicion of arson. They sent me to come and find you.
Hey, mission
This
accomplished.
is not the
Yay.
job I
Congrats.
signed up for.
Who sent you to find us?
The head of the Crest Guard people.
So they sent you from downriver rather than the Crest Guard that are here in town?
Yeah.
Have you considered joining a union?
I am in the union.
We have a
There's
union?
a union?
They didn't tell you about the union? Oh my god.
No.
Our
cannot
onboarding was
believe-
kind of rushed. Like, we haven't even finished school
You know
yet.
what? That makes a lot of sense. So when I joined the Crest Guard about 7 years ago, it was very different than how it is now. And I have to admit, I'm not entirely happy with how things are going because I want to be out in the wilds, adventuring, killing evil creatures, not arresting people who've. Okay, maybe you burned down a shop. I'm not going to pretend I know what it was about, but you guys are
you
like
can-
a God's given quest or something, aren't you?
I think
Yeah.
Something like that.
At this
Yeah.
moment, I am going to
Yeah.
just send a message to Nimbo.
Okay.
Why are we still talking to the cops?
And I will send one back saying, well, sounds like she's not happy with that part of the job. Maybe we can, ease her out of it. And with that renewed focus from M in my head, I'll say, and, if you're not enjoying that kind of policing part of your job,
Mm-hmm.
we are just on our way to do some good old-fashioned monster hunting. Community service, morally unambiguous.
I do like that.
You're like flexing some of
Um,
those muscles?
Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been thinking about. I've been doing this since I graduated 7 years ago. So I was, I'm way past my service requirement. I was thinking of handing in my badge, but I didn't. If I did that right when they sent me to come and find you, they just sent someone else, and I thought someone should warn you.
Oh, really appreciate that. That was really cool. And our priorities and our kind of missions have been. Yes, there's the Crest Guard element, there's the state-driven element, but more of the impetus is coming from, the needs of society and the wider metaphysical context rather than the kind of material power behind the throne or the badge.
I think that's great. I was mostly doing this as a, if you didn't need to help old Crota out with that weird moose creature, but you did, and thought I'd repay the favor. But if you're inviting me along on an old-fashioned quest, I'm up for that.
Sweet. This is going to be so much fun.
If
Blurta
you're all
is-
okay with it, and she will look at Blurta and M, who've both not spoken yet.
But before they speak, can I roll an insight check to see
Absolutely.
how legit her commitment, her doubt is?
Yeah.
I think I'd also
Yeah.
want to do the same because I'm very
go
suspicious
for
and
it.
also personally looking after
Go
myself.
for it. You can both roll.
Blurta is just gonna go. Well, it's fine with me, but she's also just sort of sitting here she's not showing it, but in a slight state of confusion that, as far as she can tell, the other three of you are being like the rebellious, like off the rails ones, and she's being the sensible one, and it's really confusing to her.
Character growth, Alex. What were your insight checks, please?
17.
I'm just continuing to get the bad
17.
ones out.
Okay. She seems genuinely unhappy with like what she was saying about the crest guard. She's very genuine about that, and she seems very excited that Nimbo's offered to have her come along. She's looking a bit hopeful at M and Blurta, or now at M, now that Blurta has said that it's fine with her. So she seems genuine.
Well, you've been very upfront about what you're hoping to do, so yeah, come along. We could use all the help we can get.
Right, where we I like your boats. Where are we going?
Thanks.
Well, we're going to kill 3 hags.
So heads up,
Amazing.
might get a little spicy.
Or slimy. Science fact, the hagfish is a jawless fish that can also spray slime at predators. So, if we're going from the biology, we might see something a little bit later, something slimy. That'll be 1 nerd dice, please.
You're clearly taking inspiration from the Vagina Museum show with Naomi, aren't you? I'd like a D6, please.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. You can have a nerd dice. Love a good
Thank
hagfish
you.
fan.
We
Not a
stand a
science
gooey
fact.
queen.
Yes, Alex.
Not a science fact, but have you ever seen the footage of, for some reason, there was a truck that was carrying hagfish that spilled on a road somewhere?
Yeah, it was like a Prius or something, wasn't it?
What?
Yeah, there was just like
Prius?
yeah. Alex, you continue to explain the Alex, but it was a
So,
Prius.
Hagfish
when you
Prius.
finish watching this excellent entertainment now, go watch hagfish.
We'll
road
append
accident.
it because we're pre-recording. We can just tack that on at the end, right, Sam?
Good
That's how this
lord.
works.
Yeah.
I'm
I'll
watching
just,
it right now. It's crazy.
I'll put it in like the break
Rachel!
videos.
Yeah. Just on
And
loop.
after that brief interruption, Nurse points out she has literally just gotten off a boat as well, so she is still prepared for like ocean travel, water travel. So she does offer to cast water breathing on everyone.
That sounds very useful.
Yeah, the
That
last
would
time we
be
were on
Just
the
in
boat.
case.
Last time
so
we were on
let
the
me
boat,
just double
Blurta
check.
almost drowned, so that would help.
Oh, that's not good. Drowning's bad. I'll just turn into a fish if that happens, but
No need to brag.
I could turn you into a fish.
No, I'm unkinder. That's enough, thank you.
Cool. She will cast water breathing on all of you as you settle into the boat and realize none of you know how to sail.
Yeah, this seemed much easier when the captain was doing it.
I turned to Yarrow. Now, you told me last night that you weren't always a piker. You wouldn't happen to be able to, like, captain a ship in your other form?
I'm sorry if I've ever given you the impression that I could.
No, you didn't, but I just had to
Oh,
ask
okay.
the question. I want to find
It was
out
that
what
one
you
time
actually
he
look
wore an
like.
adorable little sailor's hat.
You wear a
It's
hat.
his Donald
is what
Duck
you-
costume.
Just a little stripy t-shirt.
So, no captaining today. Okay.
No, sorry.
Can I do a history check to see if I've learned anything from reading about naval warfare?
Sure. This is a 15-foot long, like, little sailboat, but yes, go for it.
I got a 7.
Guidance. Oh shit.
Oh.
Add your
You never
guidance,
know.
add your guidance.
Okay, 11.
I wonder if I...
Also, I was wrong. It's a 24-foot long boat. You have learned things about boats reading about naval warfare, but mostly about warships. This is a thing with some oars, and that's about it, and a mast.
Okay.
So you are, between the now 5 of you and Yarrow, able to figure out how to sail the boat, basically, but it's not immediately smooth sailing.
Picture a bunch of teens in a punt.
4 teens and their 25-year-old camp guidance counselor.
Yeah. First there was Arson, now it's
they've
joyriding.
just met.
It's all right.
If I
We're
was
going
to-
downstream. We barely have to do anything. The
If
water
I
will
was
take
to
us
sit at
most
the
of
back of the
way.
boat and eldritch blast the water continuously, would that be like a jet ski?
I think that we've talked about how we want to be stealthy.
That's 4 hours away. No, but I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
That would be very painful, I assume, on your neck to do that. For any...
Yeah, it would be very jolt, stopping and
Mm.
starting, basically. It would not be comfortable. The 5 of you begin to make your way downriver to the you said you want to stop about a mile off from where you last saw the hags. You begin to make your way downriver in the company of this druid. And as you do so, could I ask one of you to please roll me a d8?
I can do it.
Okay.
Nope.
Oh, did you roll, Alex?
Yep, because I had one time.
5. Okay. As you sail, you are briefly held up as coming down the river at a section where the river narrows. You spot a boat stuck at an angle, blocking the way. Emblazoned on the side is the name Everlasting. You can see there's a few people off on the side who are blasting away earth in order to try to get the boat to move once again. This is a big boat and it is stuck.
How fancy does it look?
It's not super fancy. It's like a transport vessel. It's actually, as you get closer, you realize it's one of Muck's dad's transport vessels.
Ignore.
Yeah,
Not one of the ones he'd travel on.
Should we just... We can just get out, carry the boat, and then just get back in. This isn't...
This doesn't seem like our business, and
Corporate shipping is not... Yeah, not our remit.
Yeah.
Or just, yeah. But would they answer to Muck's instructions because you are the boss's kid?
I just don't want to give my parents any more idea of where I am. I guess now my mum is behind our mission, it doesn't matter as much.
Hmm.
Also,
Give us all your healing
what
potions on board.
what would we get out of it? Like,
Yeah, nothing.
A
We've
fun
got a
moment to
job to
talk
do.
about the Suez Canal, but that's it.
This is a holdover
Yeah.
from your journey up the river, where it would have been a bigger problem because your boat doesn't fold. But now you have a folding boat, so it's easy enough for you to make your way to shore, fold the boat up, and walk around. As you're walking around, Nerse starts blasting mold earth cantrips into the spot where the boat is stuck, just to help them out a little. Sort of instantaneously excavating the ground. All the while looking a little between the boat at Muck, back at the boat, back at Muck. Clearly hadn't made the connection between Michaelan Prescott Smythe and the Prescott Smythe shipping company.
Mhm.
I'll lean over to Nerissa and be like, just don't mention it.
No. I wouldn't want to be related to them either.
Yeah.
I mean, P&S, come on.
Yeah.
Should have thought of a better name, at least.
Yeah, Muck's filled us in with it. That's it.
As that they're having that conversation, I would just like to try and get Muck aside for a moment, just for a moment. Yeah, let's not confirm or deny anything. that,
Oh yeah.
and that includes
Oh,
to
yeah.
the other two for now, please.
Oh, about the fire.
What
Okay.
fire? I don't know what you're on about.
Okay. Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Flirta, what are you up to at this moment?
I think just being bemused generally by what nonsense everyone around me is doing, and like
Okay.
I'm in
But
no way
not
responsible for once.
Yeah, but not necessarily paying attention to Em and Muck's quick whispered conversation. No. Yeah. You wander around the boat, put your own vessel back in the water, and continue further downstream. Can I ask, as you begin to approach after a few hours of uneventful travel, can I ask someone, and Narase is one of the options you have available for this, to please make a survival check as you attempt to identify the location you approximately want to stop at.
It's not me.
Narase is happy
Nimbo?
to help.
I'm-
She is
Am I-
proficient in survival.
I've got a +4. What are you rocking, Em?
I can also get this at advantage to track Fey Fiends and Undead.
You're not currently tracking Fey Fiends or
I
Undead.
didn't
You're
know how
trying to
hags would fit in.
identify an area of shore
Okay.
that's still far enough out, basically.
I'm also at +4.
Okay, Narasa's got a +8.
Yeah.
All right. Well, but if she's proficient, then she can help
Yeah.
one of us, so we have
Yes,
advantage.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
she
that's
helps M.
better.
I'll guide M. So advantage
Yes, that
plus
works.
D4.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and a
Holy
D4.
Trinity.
She is a bit higher level than you guys, so she's got some slightly boosted abilities.
So that's 17 with the advantage and...
Amazing, yeah. In that case, with Nurse's help, she doesn't know exactly what you're looking for, but based on some landmarks you describe, she's able to help you keep an eye out with Nimbo's guidance. You find a little inlet you'd spotted about a mile-ish, maybe 3/4 of a mile out from where you'd first spotted the hags. You bring the boat to shore here and fold it back up into its box and begin to trek into the swamp.
Before we head into the swamp, let's just have a little sit down and let's, Nerissa, you'll be familiar with this. Let's commune with the swamp just for maybe 10 minutes and 6 seconds. And I'm going to ritual cast Water Walk on all of us as well. So not only can we breathe underwater, but also if we want to, we can walk on water. And so that'll also help us walking through the swamp. We won't sink into the mud or anything.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, you've having done that, you feel a little bit more prepared. You know it's probably going to take you about half an hour to get to where you think the hags are, but this is where your tracking is going to come in handy. You don't know exactly where they are going to be. So, as you enter the swamp, I assume you, with your advantage, do you want to make a survival check to try to track where they are?
I can.
Guidance!
Thank you a lot very
Have
much. 27.
That's what we like to see. At first,
Predator.
the swamp is like so many. It is moist and overgrown. The fact that you can walk on water is helpful, but it's densely densely grown over, and it's slow progress at first. After about 10 minutes, the foliage starts to change. Trees have lost their vigor, their branches becoming gnarled and twisted. There are no more birds. I don't know what I said that is making Rachel like a little laugh. I think it's the word moist, but it's fine. I'm just gonna keep going. Yeah, it was moist. As the moist dew sits on the leaves of the surrounding bushes, flowers and ordinary berries making place for thornier vines and deadlier plants. You start to spot deadly nightshades, other poisonous plants, and creatures slithering and crawling along.
I'm just very quietly greeting some of the plants and just being a bit like, okay, yeah, I know maybe you're not the most excited for us to be here, but we don't mean you any harm, and we'll be in and out not too long, and then you can get on with being your lovely poisonous selves.
And whilst you're doing that, I've put mud underneath my eyes. If it bleeds,
It's just
we can
rubbed
kill it.
into your whiskers, and it's like your whiskers are stuck to your face, and you realize that maybe wasn't the best idea.
Oh, I know where my whiskers are. I can do it underneath my eyes. Right here.
You're adding camouflage to a camouflaged animal.
It's war paint.
It's warp. It's
Yeah.
not. It's
Snow
not
leopards are
camouflage.
not camouflaged in a swamp.
No,
Alex.
I was camouflaged in the mountains, but not down here.
You're thinking of the swamp leopard.
But okay, sorry, science
I
fact.
think that's just a leopard.
So
Or
like,
jaguar, I guess.
so what's the functionality of spotted camouflage in like big cats and presumably other things as well is less about the colors per se, because prey animals have different color receptors than we do anyway. But what it does do is it sort of like breaks up the outline in low light conditions when it's, because then it's just black and white. It's just like, oh, there's just speckling over there. I think there was a nature documentary last year about sort of a leopard up a tree, and it's just like so well concealed just because it sort of breaks up that like leopard shape.
Well, the military term for that is disruptive pattern material.
Awesome. Can I add one last little thing to it? Is
Absolutely.
that I know some folks who spent like the summer in Bolivia doing like field work, and they would do camera trapping. There was one night that they were walking back really, really late, and they walked past one of the spots where one of their camera traps were. Nothing happened, they got back, it was fine. But the next day they were checking the footage back, and when they walked back to their camp, maybe about 15 seconds after, it was just a jaguar walking directly behind them as well. You can't see it because of these like disruptive patterns that just make them invisible in the night. But yeah, they just had one stalking them in the dark, and they're obviously fine, but terrifying.
I believe that's a nerd dice to Alex, though.
That's what I
Sam,
wanted.
you're the only one who hasn't gotten a nerd dice yet. That's fine. It's not that you're fighting a hag coven in about 5 minutes. Eventually, you start to pick up on subtle signs of where the hag's lair might be, which is the most likely place to find them. You start to spot fresher tracks, and you're able to guide your companions in that direction. Are you walking straight in, or are you going to try to sneak up?
Well, we're going to split into groups here, right?
I think the plan was to like at least Nimbo and Muck to just walk up as if we're gonna surrender, just to get into melee in a way that's not going to trigger a fight until it's on our terms.
Yeah, I'm still happy to do that.
What of Nerase, though?
Nerase should probably hang back with you two.
Yeah, I can do that.
Do you have a way to help you three stay hidden?
I have fairly
I
decent
can-
stealth anyway.
Sure, I think it's me and Muck who are the most unsubtle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can stay
Liability.
hidden as
Make
well.
one of us invisible.
I think you should be fine for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy to just stay back.
I mean, to be honest, I think it's also suspicious if we are entirely hidden. If we just don't want to go into the hag's den, that's a reasonable reaction.
Yeah.
And you'll
And
know
Hag
when things
already
kick
knows-
off.
Mm. The Hag already knows there's 4 of us, so Nerissa is like our secret weapon.
Yeah, cool. Fine with me. In that case, is anyone rolling stealth checks in that case? Nope.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, I guess
so
Nerissa would be stealthing.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
she doesn't have amazing stealth, but she will roll.
guidance.
Not sure that will help. No, she got a 9.
Oh. She
rolled
farts.
7.
Yeah.
Em, how close are we to the den? Are we going to be like there, like now?
Sniff the air.
Probably about 100 feet away at this point.
No, if I cast bless now, after a conversation it'll be done, right?
True. Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's do this then, I guess. Ready?
Ready as I'll
Yes.
ever be.
Excited. All right.
Right.
In that case, how far
Knock,
back
knock.
are Em and Blurta and Nerissa staying?
I feel like maybe like 60 foot.
Okay.
That's fine.
Like a round of dashing behind?
Yeah, I mean, because like because that
Yeah,
puts me-
because you don't need to be super
Yeah.
close. It just means you might not initially
maybe-
be on the battle map.
And maybe Nerissa like a little bit behind Em and Blurta, just so that
Yeah.
she's not as obvious.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
just basically to put me in range of counterspell if needed.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Cool. That works. In that case, Blurta and Nerissa are gonna hang back while Nimbo and Muck make their way towards the water's edge.
I'm gonna guide myself as we walk
Okay.
close. I'm gonna clutch my amulet and think of my conversation with Vias, and I'm in this kind of natural but twisted by evil magic place, and I'm just kind of trying to channel that sliver of Vias's magic and power to give me that little edge.
Okay.
I'm also going to drop my elemental gift of flight, and I'm just going to be like hovering like at ground level for now.
Did we establish how long that lasts?
10 minutes.
10 minutes, thank you. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Okay, Nimbo and Muck, as you approach the water, you see the river itself is relatively calm. Especially in today's weather, it's clear skies, not a lot of wind. But here, as you approach, the water is turbulent. It's very murky, difficult to see through. As you get closer to the shore, you see one of the hags pop her head up, not disguising her horrific appearance currently. Waterlogged, half decaying, green-blue skin, hair covered in algae, dripping, as she folds her arms across a rock. Well. Look at this. Our little werebear and his little friend.
Oh, well, little, sure, yeah, maybe comparatively. Hello, you look nice. I believe we had a deal.
We did.
We are here to talk with you about that deal.
Oh. We don't renegotiate.
That is a pity, because we feel that the terms of the original agreement
Mhm.
and the circumstances of duress under which it was obtained make it, under the law of gods and people, null and void, arguably. Now, if you'd like to come on shore and talk about it, then we can, maybe resolve this amicably.
Make a deception check.
Much just looking angry in the background because she doesn't want to say anything that's going to fuck it up.
You're like 50 feet away from her, so you don't know how well she can see that. Sorry, 40 feet, but yes. Nimbo.
Oh, how important is this deception?
Can I check? Did you bless yourself on the way down on the boat?
Guidance.
I've been guiding myself. I didn't bless us
Okay.
because I didn't know how long this conversation would last,
Cool.
and it only
That's
lasts
fine.
a minute.
Yeah.
I didn't want it to conk out. So that's going to be 16, 19.
Oh, I'm not sure talking about it is going to get you anything else you like. You see, you might consider our agreement null and void under the laws of gods and people, but I'm not a god nor a people, nor are my sisters.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem like you do have a huge amount of respect for the world or nature or other people.
Yeah.
Second hag pops up now, looking similar to her sister. Oh, maybe it's the world that doesn't have respect for us. Have you considered that?
I feel like we've been very respectful.
Oh, you're trespassing.
Well, we've come to the agreed place of
first
negotiation
time.
and business.
The first time you were trespassing. And now you claim our terms were unfair when we were just doing what the one with the eye patch said. Where are your friends?
They didn't think it was, necessary entirely for all of us to be here for this renegotiation. After all, we can do this amicably.
Make another deception check.
I mean, we're not hiding also, so...
No, but you're far enough back. Remember, it's difficult terrain as well to get through the foliage.
No, it's not. Oh, is it the foliage rather than the mud?
It's the foliage rather than the
Oh,
mud.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
can jump.
I did not roll great. I rolled an 8.
Okay. Nat 19 for their insight. Oh, we don't like liars, do we, sister? No, we don't like liars. And it seems you've come to bring us a rare creature after all. So we're not going to have to renegotiate now, are we?
I'm not giving you anyone else, and you can't have
Okay.
me. You've got to stop terrorizing these people. You've got to stop twisting this beautiful swamp. It's enough. Okay? Someone's got to stand up for nature. Someone's got to stand up for people who don't have the strength to stand up for each other and themselves.
And you're not
You've gone
taking
too
my
far.
friend.
Oh, that's okay. We're not giving you a choice.
Do I have?
What were you gonna ask?
I was going to say, do I have time to pop up a quick spell before things kick off?
No, I'm afraid we are going to, as the hags start to move towards you, the two you can see, we are going to be rolling initiative. Yes.
For WtR and I as well.
You and Blurta as well, yes.
16.
Jesus Christ! I mean, who's that?
You can say it above table.
With advantage, I got a 3.
Oof. How do you even
Ooh.
do that?
I rolled a 3 and a 4, and I have a -1.
God damn.
Oh.
Blurta?
13.
13 for Blurta, and M.
21.
21 for M. And 1 moment, I just need to roll for... That's gonna be that, and that's gonna be that. Blurta, what's your modifier?
Dex, +2.
+2, okay. You're gonna go before one of the hags, at least.
I
'Cause
forgot.
they also rolled a 13. And then... okay,
Good
Marissa rolled well.
I was going to go
Okay.
hybrid before we came, and I completely forgot.
It's all good.
Oh,
It's all good.
it's
You're
okay,
fine.
it's okay.
It's all good.
That would have changed the conversation as well. So
Mm,
possibly good for you.
good point.
But we'll see how this plays out. Hey, you've got another healer with you. Right. In that case, M, you are currently still off the map, about 60 feet away. But you realize Nimbo starts to basically... You watch Nimbo start to get ready to cast a spell. Muck brings out her greatsword. You know shit's about to go down. You're up first.
I look to the skies and be like, you said to ask for help. I think we should
You
try
cannot currently
it.
see the hags.
I can't see them.
No, you're too far away. You need to move a bit closer.
Okay, well, I'll do that then. I'll use my
Yeah.
feline agility to move my normal amount.
Yep. Yeah, that's easily done. From there, you suddenly, you spot... You'd be coming from that way, so... you spot this hag over here. The one in green.
Okay. I'll still do the same thing.
Okay. What kind of help do you think would be useful for you right now?
I want to look at the ibex wand that I was given.
Mm-hmm.
And think about, is this what has changed? And try to use it.
Go ahead and roll a d100.
Lovely. D10. Oh. That is a 66.
66. You feel your skin ripple almost. And you know instinctively that you can pick one other creature within 120 feet. And both you and it will gain resistance to bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing damage until the start of your next turn.
I give that to Nimbo.
Until the start of M's next turn. That is your action as you become imbued with the power of Shohul. You do have to say by the power of Shohul every single time you use it. That is one of the requirements.
Yes, you do.
You can also just stick your
But that is your charge of this wand used
Mhm.
now. And we'll see if it regains any charges before the next dawn. 'Cause it cannot do that.
Gonna stay where I am. I'm not gonna get closer for now.
Yeah. You're 30 feet away from the edge of the map, basically.
Okay, that's fine.
Just so you know, for like reactions and stuff, I don't know what the range of chronal shift is. Right, in that case, that was M's turn. Next up, Muck, you watch as a swarm of maggots starts writhing its way towards you, and occupies the same space as you as they try to climb into your armor. They're going to try to get in between the gaps. That's a good roll. A 21 hits you, I believe.
Yeah.
And can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Yep.
That's bad damage, which is good for you.
Oh. 16.
Yeah, you're fine. As you
Okay.
feel these maggots get in between the gaps of your armor and start to bite at you, you're going to take 8 points of bludgeoning damage, non-magical.
Is that rounded? Is that not taken down or not?
No. So the Constitution saving throw was not to reduce the damage. It was to stop yourself from becoming infected with a disease.
Oh no, because I got the heavy armor master.
Yeah, no. So
is
you take 3 off of the 8 still.
Cool.
But this swarm of maggots is now all around you, as these tiny creatures are just covering you. You hear the hags start to cackle. But next up now is Nerisei, who, seeing all of this unfold, is going to try and do something to help. And probably that one. As she runs forward as far as she can, she manages to get within sight of one of the hags, and she will call lightning. So that is a dex save for the hag, which she will make, but will still take half damage. Oh, come on.
They're in the water.
No. As the lightning strikes down at these the first hag who had appeared, you M and Blurta, you see Nerisei just like eyes blazing, similar to how Nimbo looks, calling down lightning bolts from the sky. The clouds suddenly rushing in, reducing the light slightly.
I will turn to Blurta and just say, do you ever think that that's just a little over dramatic?
I mean, you can't go wrong with this drama.
But that is going to be her turn. Muck, you are up next.
Okay. So can I do like a run and jump into the water? Like, how much is this foliage affecting me? If
So
I
where
wanted
you're
to jump
currently
towards the closest hag.
The bits where it just looks just like grass, so where you're currently standing, you're not in difficult terrain. The bits with like other plants life in them, you would be.
Yeah.
So currently you're normal speed.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my ring of jumping to jump directly in front of the hag.
Amazing. The maggots will take an attack of opportunity against you.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, I moved the maggots.
That's okay. They're right on top of you, so I will move them back. They got a nat 19, so they will hit you again. Well, can you make me another Constitution saving throw, please?
I can indeed.
These maggots are powerful.
Okay, I got 11, but I'm gonna use my plushie, my Idle plushie, effigy of Idle, to re-roll it.
Okay.
But that means someone else is gonna have
random person gets disadvantage, right?
Yes, exactly.
Is there a range on that? I can't remember. Is it just something you can see?
Let me have a look. I got 24, by the way, natural 19 plus
You're
5. Fine. A random person in the same room. So
okay, that's cool. Let me see how many of you. I'm not going to include the people who aren't on the map.
Yeah, that's fair. And it can't be me.
1, 2, 4, 5. Okay, roll a d6. You're going to take 10 points of damage minus 3.
Cool.
Okay, it's the hag you're standing next to who has disadvantage on their next roll.
Got her. Okay.
Nice.
So now I'm going to attack with my great sword.
Go for it.
Let's have a look. Oh, that is 10 plus 9 to hit. 19.
It's
okay. 2d6 plus 6. Okay, 11 damage.
Nice.
And then, because I've already hit her good once, I'm going to use my Great Weapon Master
Okay.
So this is going to be 14 plus 5, 19 to hit.
Hits.
And then that is going to be 11 plus what is that? Plus 10 damage,
Plus
I
10, yeah.
think. Yeah,
Yep.
21 damage.
21 damage. Amazing.
Amazing.
As you just jump up, land next to this hag, you see it was not expecting you to land on the water. As she starts to sink down beneath, you just bring your sword down twice into her. This purplish red blood spraying everywhere. I believe that's going to be your turn then.
That's my turn. Yeah, the ring is my
Okay.
bonus action.
All right. The hag next to you is up next. And she, watching all of this happen, I need more screens, is going to start off with an attempt to stop you, Muck. She is going to try to cast Dominate Person. So could you please make me a wisdom saving throw?
Can I use my science dice?
Yes.
What is it, a D4?
It's a D8.
8.
Oh, yes, amazing. Okay. That is okay. 11 plus 1 for 12.
That is not going to be enough, I'm afraid.
I've been
As
dominated.
Muck, you had advantage on that because you're fighting her. Sorry, go ahead and roll again.
I've got advantage.
Yeah. And you can add your science dice to the higher one. So,
Okay.
sorry.
17 plus 1 is 18.
Absolutely. Yeah, that makes it. As you feel yourself becoming enthralled by this hag and then realize, hold on a second, this hag wants to eat your friend. That is going to be the hag's action. As a bonus action, she is going to disengage and disappear under the surface of the water.
Howard.
You hear her cackling as she pretty much as she moves away from you. You feel her move away, but you can't figure out where she's going. Blurta, you're up next.
Okay, so I shall bonus action base step.
You've got 60
30.
feet of flying as well?
It's only
Is it
30,
30 feet? Oh, okay.
foot movement. So
Yeah.
bonus action phase step, continue on for another 30 foot. How
You
far
get
am I
in
hags then?
just at the edge of the map then. You should be just about appearing over there.
Can I... No, because if I do that, that's a reaction to hold an action, isn't it? So, and I don't want to do that.
Yes.
In which case, so it's only the one hag visible.
Yep.
I guess I'll Eldritch Blast her then.
Okay, go for it.
Well, that's just horrific. Okay, no, I don't hit.
Oh, neither.
I rolled
Oof.
a 1 and a 2.
Oh, apologies. Okay, but
Welcome to the
you're
club,
there
Blurta.
now. You are getting closer to combat and maggots, but I assume you're still flying.
Yeah, I'm assuming I'm like
10 feet up,
yeah,
just
Just-
out of reach of a pile of maggots.
yes.
All right. The other hag that you can see, that you've seen so far is going to go next, and is going to cast that. Oh my goodness, where are my spells? There it is. Right. There you are. Is going to point a finger out towards you, Nimbo, as a ray of sickening greenish energy lashes out at you. She casts a Ray of Sickness. That is going to be a 17 to hit.
No! I hold up my shield of blessed by Idol that Muck gave me, and it just kind of poing.
Yeah. It hits a tree, and you can see this tree already with twisted roots and branches twists even further as it becomes even more corrupted.
Real sick nasty.
Yeah. What's your speed? Nimbo, you watch as another swarm of maggots starts crawling out of the bushes, but it's too far away to get to you in one turn, so it's going to dash until it is in your space.
Gross.
Yes. Then, before we can get to Nimbo, the third hag is going to pop up over here and is going to... What are you going to do? Yeah,
Give us a
that's what
birthday
you're
cake.
going to do. Yes. How do you feel about birthday cakes made entirely out of tentacles?
Weirdly
Oh, it's
horny.
cooked.
Wouldn't say no.
I should have expected that answer, and yet here we are. As a blackish void filled with squirming tentacles appears, covering the maggots, but also Blurta and Nimbo.
Does this extend upwards as well into my space?
It does. I'm afraid it's a 20-foot cube.
That's fine.
Yes. Before that is actually, she used her movement to get closer. So she stays there cackling and yells out to you, Nimbo, that you will be theirs. And then it's your turn. So could you please start your turn by making me a dexterity saving throw?
Ah, dexterity, my favorite.
I know you're great at these.
9.
Okay, you are
Wait, no.
restrained.
Yes, 9.
You are restrained as these tentacles wrap around you, and you are also going to take some bludgeoning damage. 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Which I am resistant to thanks to Shovel.
Yes.
Yes,
And
you
Ed.
are.
That was 14, you say?
14, so it's 7.
So 7. Sweet. Alright, so,
You
before
can still see within this space, by the way.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So, who is near me that I like? So, Blurta is near me. What about
M is 40 feet away from you about, and Nerse
40.
is further, like 55 feet.
Okay, in which case, I'm gonna hold off on my original plan until we're a bit closer together.
Mhm.
And I am going to...
I think have I accidentally removed Muck from the map and replaced her with a fish?
You covered it with a
token?
fish. Yeah, I was going to ask about that, but
Okay.
I thought what we don't know can't hurt us.
Fish washing. Yeah.
Muck got catfish.
There you
Fish
go.
washing must
I was
end.
just going, what's that fish doing there? Nope, that was from an earlier plan I had, and I did not delete that token.
Okay, so I am going to, with my action, I'm going to cast Thunder Wave
Okay.
on these two groups of maggots, and hopefully
Go for
not
it.
Blurta.
Blurta is up in the air, so you probably won't hit her.
All right, so that'll be con saves for both of those groups of maggots, DC 15.
One of them rolled a 16. The other one got a 7.
Okay. So
The one on you got a 7.
okay. You know what? I'm gonna hold off. Yeah, that's okay. So that's gonna be 10 points of thunder damage to the one who failed, and 5 to the one who succeeded. And the
Nice.
one failed is going to be thrown 10 feet away.
Okay. Any particular direction?
I will push them, to the left.
Okay. Cool.
And for my bonus action,
Mhm.
I'm going to use my lightning branch amulet, and I'm like, well, this didn't start the way we thought it would, but we got to polish this turd somehow. And seeing all the kind of the lightning storm clouds from Nerisei is gonna kind of set the sparks coursing along my little copper wires in my hair. And it's gonna be a deck save from the more hurt maggot swarm, please.
The more hurt maggot swarm.
Yeah.
Fail.
All right. That's gonna be 10 lightning damage.
Okay, this maggot swarm, there's like a handful of maggots left that you see are trying to get back into some kind of like conglomeration and start crawling towards you again.
All right. And I can't move. So I guess I'm just tentacled up.
Cool. All right. In that case, we come back around to the top of the round to M, and I've just realized that the square, for some reason, is making it so that no one can see anything. So I will change that. But M, is it your turn?
So what's the distance away that I am from that closest hag currently?
So 60-ish feet. Yeah.
Okay, 60. Then I am going to take one of the acid grenades
Okay.
and catapult it. So I'm going to
Absolutely.
cast catapult and launch a grenade at the same time.
Absolutely.
So that will be a deck save, please. Actually, wait. Can I move closer before I do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You
so
can
that-
probably with your Oh, you can't use your feline agility on this turn, can you?
No, not until I don't move. So I can move 15
So you can
feet
get
closer.
within like 45 feet.
Okay, grand. But still do the same thing.
Nat 19 for a total of 20 on the deck save.
So that just on a fail save.
Half damage.
Is
Half
it
damage,
half
I believe.
damage?
Yeah.
For catapults?
Uh,
For the grenade, yes. For
Yes.
catapults.
No, the catapult is nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the grenade still explodes. And does create it's a
10
I
foot.
click on a different tab.
I
10
think.
foot radius, so it'll be the bit in the water won't be there we go. The bit in the water there is no acid puddle, but on land currently as the grenade explodes over this hag who sort of tries to duck under the water but still manages to get quite a significant amount of acid over her. There's a pool of acid just sleeping slowly into the water. How much damage was that?
What is the roll for that?
3d6.
3d6. Amazing. That is 13 points of acid damage.
Reduced to 6.
And does she need to make a concentration save?
Yes, she
Because of
does.
The tentacles that are up.
Oh. What is it called? That is a 9. As the tentacles around Nimbo and Blurta just vanish. Nicely done. Anything else at M's turn?
That's my movement, my action. I've used the spell, so no bonus action. That's me.
Cool. All right. In that case, a swarm of maggots is going to now try to eat Nimbo. It's what they do. These maggots. That's another nat 19.
That'll hit.
You make a con save for me, please.
They've just been sitting little maggot gym doing weights.
Chrono shift. Roll again.
Oh, for Nimbo. Okay.
21.
21. Nice. Yeah, you do not become diseased. You will take 9 points of piercing damage.
Cool.
And you are covered in maggots.
Great.
Nersa is going to move closer still and call down another lightning strike, this time on the hag that is slightly closer, which will be a dex save for the hag, which they make. And that is 15 reduced to 7. And I believe, let me just double check if Narcisse's got any useful bonus actions, but I think she's still too far away. Nimbo, how are you looking for damage?
I am above half.
Okay. Yeah, she's still slightly too far away to healing ward you, but she was clocked that you might need some help. Okay, that is her turn, so that brings us back to Muck.
Okay, I'm gonna run over to her. I'm staying in the water, which doesn't have acid in it.
Yep.
And I'm gonna try and hit her. I'm gonna use my Great Weapon Master for both. So it will be, first one is what's that? 16 to hit.
Hits.
And the
Nice.
second natural one, we'll forget about that. Okay, so first one, 24 damage on that.
Nice. Yeah, as you lay into this hag, the first strike, you knock her down into the water, but she takes advantage of that and just sinks down deeper, and your second strike hits the water and slows down enough that she manages to dodge out of the way. But you've done a significant amount of damage to her, even just with that one strike.
Cool, and for my bonus action, I'm going to use my second wind, just to top up health. 1d10 plus 6
Nice.
gives me...
You no longer have a
7.
certain ring.
Exactly.
You still
Alright,
have
I healed
it.
7.
You're just not attuned to it.
I won't be using it. And that's the end of my turn. Thank you.
Okay. That's all right. We've got another, the hag, which had vanished from sight from you earlier, pops back up, Muck, and is, yeah, we'll do that one. Is going to once again try to put a stop to you because you're, very dangerous. Unless, what is the distance for that one?
What's she casting?
Please load.
It's probably dominate personally.
No. Far away. She is going to cast Phantasmal Force at you. So could you please make me an intelligence saving throw?
Counterspell.
One of the other hags counterspells your counterspell.
Oh.
Touché.
So Mark, intelligence saving throw, please.
4.
Okay. What is Muck afraid of?
Marriage.
Muck, you see, instead of the hags or anything else around you, you see standing in front of you, suddenly, Calic Espru, dressed to the nines, holding a ring box. Your mind is focused entirely on him right now. He looks so real. You can't focus on anything else. The rest of you watch as Muck just starts staring at a spot right in front of her, about like 2 feet down, and looks absolutely horrified.
Mark?
And that is going to be that hag's turn, I guess. Right. Next up in combat is Blurta.
Do I know if Phantasmal Force is a concentration check?
Make an Arcana check.
No, I don't know.
Okay. It's
Okay.
because it's not on your or M spell list or Nimbo's. I'm gonna say you don't know unless you make
Fine.
a
In which
check
case,
to
I'm just going to stick to the plan. When you said the one that Muck's in melee with dropped under the water, was that just for flavor? She's still.
That was just for flavor. Yeah, they're not currently underwater because it
Okay,
wasn't their
so-
turn.
Would I be firing at advantage as she's in melee with Muck?
No.
No, that's fine.
Why would you be?
Jesus Christ, I'm rolling terribly. One of those I think hits with a 17.
17 definitely hits. What was your other roll?
10.
Okay, yeah, no, that one hit.
Wait, actually, tell you what, I've got 2 dice here. Let's use one of them. 17. They both hit.
Okay. Wait, hold on. Did you already roll the 10?
Hmm?
You said you got 17 on one hit and 10 on the other.
Yeah,
How did you now get 2 17s?
because I rolled my nerd dice.
Nerd dice, sorry. I thought you said, I've got another dice here. Let's just roll that one. I thought you were just
Yeah, yeah.
deciding. I'm just
There was some
pick
context
a
there,
different
sorry.
dice. Yeah, but 2 17s will absolutely hit.
Yeah. So, the first one will do 9 points of force damage with 2 of fire.
Nice.
And the second one will do 9 points of force damage. And I'm also going to go another. I think I'm going to sort of like go like diagonally up to about there.
Okay. And were you trying to shove this hag back?
Only if she'd hit into those. No, because she wouldn't have.
No, she's not going to take additional damage from hitting into the rocks.
then
She'll
no.
probably get pushed slightly underwater, but that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
no.
All right. That hag is now bloodied. That was a significant amount of damage that Muck and Blurta have done to her these past 2 turns. Right. Okay. Another hag up next, who, seeing Blurta there, is going to cast another ray of sickness at you. Does a 17 hit?
Yep.
Okay, and that is then going to be. Could you make me a Constitution saving throw?
Is this against disease?
No.
Okay.
This is against poisoned.
That I don't have anything against. It's Constitution 13.
13. That where is my hag spell save DC? Yeah, that does make it. So you are not poisoned, but you will take 8 points of poison damage.
Okie dokie.
That is that hag's turn. There's another swarm of maggots, which is also gonna crawl on top of Nimbo.
Nimbo.
Nimbo is entirely made of maggots at this point. But that was a bad roll.
Tentacles, all sorts of wriggly shit.
I don't think a 15 hits you, does it?
No!
As these, like, 6 maggots
I
that are
clamped
left
my
over
sphincter tight.
As Nimbo clamps his sphincters tight, the hag next to Muck is going to double check exactly how Phantasmal Force works.
She whips out a small smartphone and starts flipping through a spell list app.
Okay.
It's in like
yeah.
a waterproof case.
Clever.
So, Muck, you're not going to get to make a saving throw if you take damage. So the hag next to you is going to lash out with her rot flesh claw. That's cocked. 22 to hit.
Yeah, that'll
Can
hit.
you make me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Knowing as a player what this does, this is really cruel. like, like
16?
16. Okay, you are not frightened.
Okay.
But you're going to take 7 points of slashing damage, -3. And you watch briefly. You're too distracted by Calic, but your companions watch as these corrupting flesh wounds start appearing all over your skin. And as you aren't affected by them because they are illusionary, the hag next to you is going to use her reaction to make them real and inflict actual damage.
see what I mean?
And roll shit. You're going to take an additional 3 necrotic damage on top of that.
They're horrible, horrible, horrible creatures.
Oh my god.
If
shouldn't
anyone
have
has
come out
facts
so
about
strong.
necrotizing fasciitis, this is the session for it. We've got maggots, we've got flesh rot. The hag is
the maggots will
going
help,
to...
right? The
Yeah,
maggots
yeah.
will
I was just thinking that. Use the maggots.
Get
to
the
clear
maggots
this
on
out.
me.
Why do you think they're here? The hag is then going to disengage and disappear beneath the surface of the water.
Oh god.
Nimbo, you're up next. You're covered in maggots.
So, so the difference between a maggot, a grub, and a caterpillar
Please.
is what order of insect they are the larval stage of. So a maggot is a baby fly, a grub is a baby beetle, and a caterpillar is a baby lepidopteran, so a butterfly or a moth. Science fact, can I have a D8, please? Alright, so Nimbo is going to say, look, I've had it up to here with these motherfucking maggots in this motherfucking swamp. And I'm going to cast a level 3 Thunder Wave. And I'm going to use my Channel Divinity to do maximum damage. That's going to be...
What is the
Con
maximum
save.
damage?
The maximum damage is 32.
Okay, I will roll a con save for the one pile that doesn't have 2 hit points.
And I apologize to everyone in the vicinity who's about to get showered with fragmented maggots.
They both fail.
They both
as
take 32 points of thunder damage and get
They are
sprayed backwards 15 feet.
They are obliterated. Blurta, you are suddenly covered in little tiny pieces of maggots, plant debris, bits of rock that are hitting you in the face as Nimbo has just had it with these maggots.
This is
Um,
disgusting.
How far away is M?
M is at this point 45 feet back.
Wait, I was 45 feet away from the hag who I hit, so I'm closer to Nimbo.
Yes, you are. M is right at the edge of the screen, so that would be
So
20
they're 30 feet. They're 20 feet away. Okay, great.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna move a bit more centrally, to give the others a bit more leeway, so they can get close to me for next turn if we want any magical stuff. So I'm gonna go here. Wait, how far is that? None of this distance makes any sense. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna move round here a bit, to give. Yeah,
I'm
so that
35 feet from you now.
cool. Yep, yeah, and that means that hag over there is close enough that if Muck goes to fight that person, that they'll be with it. She'll be within 30 feet. Great, cool.
Yes.
And as I walk towards that one hag that we can see, I make eye contact, and I, Kylo Ren, shillelagh my club, as I'm like shaking fragments of smoking maggots out of my chainmail.
Incredible.
Nimbo is
And
pissed.
and on that note, we come back to M.
Okay, I'm going to continue to move forward. Is it still just 15 feet right now?
So no, as soon as you step into this, so you're going to use 10 feet of movement to get onto the map, basically. Then you've got 20 feet as long as you stay on the lighter green.
Okay, so I will use the 20 feet to get just to the edge of the acid, closer to Nimbo at this point.
Yeah.
So about
There?
Yeah, there. And it's just the one hag we can see right now.
It's just no, there's two. Sorry,
There's
Sam.
the other
The maps. It's just off the map that we can see on the screen.
Oh, I was wondering where the third one was.
Sorry, I didn't realize that because I've been moving stuff around in the VTT. There we go.
There we go.
Okay.
Are we seeing
There's
now?
the third hag.
Cool. Anybody, the one that is in the bottom left, I am
Yep.
gonna reach into my bag, pull out a couple of components, and then a little bead, and cast a chromatic orb
Nice.
of lightning.
Nice.
So,
There's a lot of that going around.
so that will be. It's a 19, so 26 to hit.
That definitely hits.
And that will be 4d8. 22 points of lightning damage.
22 points of lightning damage. Amazing. As this hag's been hit by lightning before, it's more lightning strikes into her. You just hear this screeching coming from her. She starts to smoke slightly.
Oh, that smells awful.
It's like if someone was making a barbecue out of ass.
I'm sorry. Yarrow ate a lot of blueberries this morning.
It's all that copper I've been chewing.
Yeah. It's a very metallic smell. You think it's a lightning, but it's not.
If you must eat ass, make sure that it's cooked thoroughly.
I know that ain't brimstone.
All right. Anything else in your turn?
No, that's it.
Okay, in that case, brings us back to Nerse, who's still so fucking far away, and is getting kind of annoyed with it, so is gonna just have a quick look to see what else she might be able to do about that. And not a whole lot, I'm afraid. So she's just gonna keep moving slightly closer and call down lightning again on this hag. She's probably about 30 feet off the edge of the map still. But Hag's gonna make a save. Not 19. Ridiculous. But good damage. So 14 damage reduced to 7, as after your chromatic orb strikes this hag, another lightning bolt comes down from the sky to strike the same hag as well. And now Nimbo's moved further away, which means... Oh, no. You're still out of reach for Nerse to cast Healing Word, but that's okay. You're not dying yet.
At least I'm not covered in fucking maggots.
I mean, you are.
Actually, no. You're just within reach for her. She's gonna cast a second level healing word on you. So that's 2d4 plus 4. That's a bad roll. 1 and a 2. So 7 points.
She just like me for real. It's alright, every hit point helps.
All right, that's her turn, which brings us to Muck. Muck, you are under the effect of a phantasmal force. So,
did you know
are...
that you that you can get necrotizing fasciitis from eating infected oysters, and because of global warming, the bacteria is able to survive further north. So we may all be more at risk of hag-related wounds going forward.
I love that there's a science fact here, but there's also like a conspiracy theorist something going on where oysters are hag presents.
They are
That
slimy.
hags are
Hags.
using to
Yep.
like for world domination. I'm gonna give you a D8.
Thank
You
you.
Conspiracy
are so utterly convinced that Kalik is currently proposing to you that you can't focus on anything else. If
Do I
you
make
want
an
to,
intelligence? Mhm.
not a save, you can make an investigation check to try to determine if this is real.
Yes, I would like to.
This will be your
do
action, but
that.
you can do that.
My whole yeah, all right. Yes, otherwise I'm never gonna get out of it. I mean, where do I think Kalik is? Like he's
Kalik,
nowhere near.
He's currently standing right right
He's
in
standing
front
on the
of
water. That's pretty sus.
you.
Okay.
He's currently standing right there.
Your intelligence check, you can hit
Okay,
him with your
cool.
sword to find out if he's real or not.
Honestly.
The sword, this is why it's an investigation check. The sword can help. The sword is part of the check, basically.
Yes. Okay, can I make a strength-based
No,
investigation?
you have to make an intelligence-based
fine.
investigation check. Because
Okay.
if you fail with the sword, it means in your head, Kalik is just like dodging out of the way while he continues to propose.
I'm not even gonna waste my nerd dice. I got a 5.
Yeah.
Got a 5.
Yeah.
See you next
you-
round, gang.
Yeah. You're just standing there. The box opens. He starts to go down on one knee. He's sinking into the water, and he's about 3 feet tall. So he's going for it.
Clipping through the
I
just,
terrain
like,
like a PS1 video game character.
I'm just slashing at him over and over again. I'm like, how is he so
Just like-
fast?
Look, I need you to hear what I've got to say. I wrote a whole poem for you. I'm so glad your friends are here to witness this.
I've somehow got 6 actions per turn just trying to kill him.
Sacking away. The rest of you still don't know what Muck is seeing. But you know she's seeing something. Right. Are we still good? Finish this round of combat, or and then have a break? Cool.
Yep.
Just double checking in with my players. As the sea hag who cast the phantasmal force, actually on her turn, Muck, you trying to hit Kalik and it not working, and also the embarrassment of the fact he's proposing in front of your friends, and he's proposing at all, you're gonna take 2 psychic damage. Just
Real.
from the sheer audacity of this moment. That hag is currently concentrating on a spell, which is going to limit her somewhat. But she's not too happy with how close you guys are getting to each other. So, Nimbo, she is going to try to vortex warp you. Could I ask you to please make a Constitution saving throw? Unless you desire to be vortex warped.
There's a wee.
She probably doesn't want to take me anywhere nice. Con save, did you say?
Yes.
Long bomb with the nerd dice. 13.
That is enough. Just. As you feel, and you've seen M do this before, and might have even done it to you, you feel yourself get wrapped up in this teleportation magic, and then just manage to sort of hold firm to the ground and not get flung 90 feet away into the water, or onto the water, because you can walk on it.
I look her in the eye and I say, no!
This hag is then going to sink beneath the surface and move. And you cannot currently see her. Blurta, you're up next.
There's only one up, right? So
There's only one you can currently see, yeah.
Eldritch Blast, I guess.
Go
I'm
for
gonna
it.
try different dice because those ones are being mean to me.
Fuck's sake.
I'm okay. So one of them I think hits on a 15.
15 hits.
The other one I want to use my inspiration from last week to Is that to re-roll
To
it?
re-roll? Yeah, you can re-roll it. You can give yourself advantage with a moment
Thank
of
you.
awesome.
18 plus 8.
Yeah, both hit. Are you knocking her back or?
No.
Cool.
So we shall have 8 force plus 3 with the first blast.
11.
And that's a bit better. And 15 force with the second.
Nice. Okay, that hag is now also bloodied. So 2 of them are below half hit points. The one you can see and the one with the orange outline for when she pops back up. Anything else in your turn, Blurta?
Nope.
Cool.
Oh, can I just wipe maggot pieces off myself?
Yes. Free action. Object of interaction. All right. The hag you just hit is up next. And is going to... Yeah, I think it's time.
It's going to find a really cool shiny stone on the bottom of the river and just spend 6 seconds checking it out.
Just going to
That's a
double
character
check
in a
one
different
thing.
campaign that does that.
Tune in later this year, kids.
Yeah.
Okay, she is going to try to bind Lorta in an illusory cell that only you perceive.'s going to cast Mental Prison. Make an ability check with your spellcasting modifier.
So, let's see. Which dice is least? So, is this a save or a check? Check, isn't it?
Ability check.
10.
I'm afraid this is a 6th level spell. This does not work. In that case, can you please make an intelligence saving throw against being charmed?
I have advantage against charm. Aladdin bullshit. But I have 0 modifier, so fail, I assume.
What did you roll?
The advantage was 9.
Yeah, no, that's not enough. Just want to make sure you guys are overestimating the hag abilities. Okay, Blurta, you find yourself surrounded by blazing fire. You are stuck in this prison of your own creation, or this hag's creation, and you are going to take... Ouch. $33 points of psychic damage.
Oof.
Are you down?
I'm down.
And you were 10 feet in the air?
I think I might have even been higher.
Oh no.
How high up were you?
I think I was 20.
Okay. You're gonna, as you collapse and hit the ground, you take a failed death save. Oh no. The illusion also remains, but you fall through it. Based on the wording of the spell, this means you take an additional 10d10 psychic damage. I'm not going to roll that, but you will fail 2 death saves. One from dropping out of the illusion and one from hitting the ground.
Oh, I thought you meant from that. Yeah, okay.
No. So two failed death saves, one from dropping out of the illusion and one from hitting the ground. You are down. The rest of you watch Blurta just drop after a brief moment of utter fear, just drop to the ground and land in the bushes.
What time we go to break then, right?
You still have one more turn.
Do we? Oh, you still have your turn to go. Oh god.
Nimbo still got his turn, but before Nimbo's turn, this hag is gonna dive under the water as well. Before Nimbo's turn, it is first.
More maggots.
More maggots! They blind Nimbo! No. This hag is going to try to rip Muck to shreds with her rot flesh claw. It rolls a natural 4, so that's not going to hit. But we'll then... No, she's going to stay up. Nimbo, it is now your turn.
Well, that is her fucking mistake. Because I look at her and say, get the fuck off my friend. And I cast Dispel Magical Muck.
Amazing. Which I believe just removes the
if
other
it's third
spell,
level
right?
or below.
Absolutely, it's second level. Muck. Calic vanishes. You realize there's a hag trying to like get her claw around your throat, and you become aware that that was all an illusion.
And I say, oh, thank God. And I get ready to hit her.
Okay.
And I am going to point at Blurter and yell, Neriseg!
You have cast... Yeah, because you've already cast a leveled spell.
No, I don't have any useful bonus actions. I'm just going to yell at Neriseg to do something about Blurter.
Yeah. She's like, ah, shit. Got it.
Appreciate you.
All right. Anything else on your turn, Nimbo?
Yeah, I'm gonna move over here.
Okay.
To be a bit more available again.
All right.
We'll see
Cool.
what happens.
And in that case, as we come back to the top of the round with M on deck, we're going to go ahead and take a 5-minute break, and we'll be back again shortly, folks. See you soon.
We're marching through the swamp like this.
We're the finger blasters, and we're here to say something.
Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest.
Do you wish to consummate this marriage?
Consummate here? No. That's
Not,
for
not, not in that
Everybody else.
sense.
not
the aquarium, Alex!
not in front of the Kraken, it's just a baby.
Maybe like a scene where you got one Bollywood like on a throne kind of thing, and then all the other races are as well.
Making a Bollywood supremacy case.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you're gonna see is with every single breath, her tattoos start to shimmer, and then they start to grow out of her skin into real plants, and even the ones on her neck grow onto her face.
As you
That was
leave,
fun.
you see him kind of like, he's smiling, but he's also shaking his head.
We get that a lot.
Put, a hand gently on a big hand on the small of the back. Not small of the back, sorry, between the shoulder blades. Sorry, not like that. No. Between the shoulder blades. The top of the back.
Roll to seduce the goblin.
Just over the tramps now.
The dragon snorts a little bit and then says, "The conservationists, I have heard it all, and now I see that my nest has been disturbed. What a morning!" And he turns around and begins sort of like trying to tidy up bits of the nest. So, you want to advance my species, is it? How strange.
Yeah.
Murder.
Yeah.
Murder.
You're kind of...
Great.
I think we should set sail again. We've sat idle long enough, Billy. I think we should sail that way, towards those particularly majestic-looking seals. I'll get the clubs.
If you come to the bathroom and come in, you'll just hear a shout going, "No Armani, no Punani."
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Missed that perception check, huh? Life can be so short. Do you want to kiss me?
No, that's a fucking critical hit.
Wrong credit!
hey, Nimbo's not up till the end of the round anyways. Em, you're up first. Blurt is still unconscious. Em,
I don't
you're
know that.
also here.
I don't know that the audience actually got that because I took a moment to unmute everybody. So, but yeah, that was brilliant. Let me just check that everyone's actually been able to be heard. You are. Right. We see that one that's still up.
You see the one that's still above the surface.
I'm gonna cast second level Witch Bolt directly at it.
Amazing.
Nice.
Save or no attack roll.
That's an attack roll. That is 24 to hit. Roll the 17.
That hits. Nice.
So that's 2d12. That is 2 11s. So that is
nice.
22.
There's a lot of lightning getting chucked around.
So listening to Nimbo just being like, "Get the fuck away from my friend," I just like quietly go, "Yeah," and launch like a witch bolt out of my hand. I'm trying to stay quiet today, but yeah.
All right. If that's the end of your turn,
I think so. Bonus actions would be no, that is me.
Narissa is finally going to make it onto the map. The audience can't see her, but that's okay. Or actually, you can scroll up because the hags have all come closer, even if you can't see two of them. She is going to, looking over at Blurta, she's going to drop concentration and call lightning, and instead bonus action cast Healing Spirit, which is a area of effect. A 5-foot cube.
What does this healing spirit look like?
It is a bunch of tiny rats and mice that, like, I was about to say esoteric, ethereal rats and mice that start
Giving deep tissue massages.
Basically in Blurta's space. That sort of start like gently patching up the wounds. That
Are they like
Blurta has
wearing
suffered.
little doctor and nurse outfits, and one of them is like, and the other one passes it a little scalpel, like, and the other one passes it a little needle and thread. And there's like a tiny, like quiet, high-pitched version of like the kind of like medical drama music playing in the background, like ding 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 ding.
So that is going to activate on your turn, Blurta, to do you some healing. And then as our action, Nerse is going to launch a rock from her sling at the hag. And hit with a 16. And that's a d4 because the Wizards of the Coast doesn't understand the powers of slings, so that's another 4 damage as a tiny rock hits a hag.
Yeah, right. We don't have time to go into the historical dominance of the sling for like several thousand years. But Wizards, come on!
David versus Goliath? I mean, seriously, guys, come on. Muck. Calic has faded from sight. There's a hag behind you, and it's your turn.
I'm ready to hit, baby. Please, 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 please. Oh, yes. What is that? That is 17 to hit.
17 to
with
hit.
my
You
Great
did
Weapon
not
Master.
say you... Okay, please say the Great Weapon Master before you roll next time, just so I know.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry.
But that's
sorry.
fine. No, no, you're good.
So 20.
How much damage?
22 damage. 22.
That is exactly what you needed. As Muck, you whirl around and with one clean slice, take this hag's head off, which goes flying.
Nice.
You... The hag's magic breaks.
Oh, jeez.
You got
Well,
your
I can't
second
see
attack,
any more
but you
hags
can't
around.
see any other hags, no.
No, I'm
Just
just going to
hacking
let
up
out
the
a really
body.
intimidating roar. Yeah. And stay down.
bonus. Yeah, I think I'm good, honestly. I'm done.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna move some tabs around because I can remove the tabs with all of their fucking spells.
Muck just standing on the surface of water, roaring out into the swamp.
Yeah.
That's some real Predator shit. We've had so many Predator references this entire time.
I am imagining
Yeah.
that head's been swiped off, and after Blurta getting like hit by all the maggots, there's just like a head comes and rolls next to you, and you're getting covered in blood.
Blurta is unconscious, but there is just a head lying next to her body. Okay, let me
I like to
see.
think that when she wakes up, she's going to be face to face with it.
Yeah.
The rats and mice actually start like sort of pushing it out of the way because it's getting in their way of their medical care that they're providing.
Professionals.
Get that head out of my operating theater.
My operating swamp.
Right. This hag is going to swim up, pop up out of the water, and is going to rake Muck with one of her claws.
Come on.
Does an 18 hit you, Muck?
Yep.
Can you make me a wisdom saving throw, please? As once again, you now watch for the first time, because you didn't see it last time, these rotting wounds start to appear on your skin.
I'm going to use my nerd dice. 13.
That is enough. With a 13, you realize that they are not real. You are not frightened. The hag is going to use her reaction to make them real and cause you additional necrotic damage. So you took 11 slashing damage, minus 3, and will take 9 necrotic damage as well.
I'm fine.
The hag is, as a bonus action, going to disengage and move further into the water. And that's her turn, which brings us to Blurta. Blurta, at the start of your turn, you are going to heal. I've lost my other thing. I found it again. You are going to heal 1d6 hit points.
Oh, yeah.
You heal 4 hit points. You are prone on the ground. There are tiny ethereal mice tending your wounds, and there is a hag's head lying next to you.
They're doing adorable little chest compressions.
I pet one of the mice very
Mouth
gently.
to mouth as well.
Your hand just goes straight through.
Well, that's disappointing, and I just turn to the hag who's up, and just like, you absolute bitch! And I'm just gonna fire some plus.
I assume you're standing up.
Yeah.
Firing for prone, you'd be at disadvantage.
Which,
Go
again,
ahead.
wizards, what the fuck?
Yeah,
No,
it doesn't make sense.
It's difficult to angle and to aim if you're lying down.
Yeah, one of those definitely hits. Does a 12 hit?
I
you
don't
never
think
seen
that's right.
A 12 just misses.
Okay.
You guys have clearly never tried to hit one of your siblings with a Nerf gun while you're lying on the ground trying to look around a sofa.
No, but I have shot a real gun lying down. And
Did you hit one of my brothers? I hope not.
no, I'm just saying that lying down is a perfectly
Okay, fair
corpulent way to attack with ranged weapons.
Fair enough. How much was your damage, Alex?
8 force, 3 fire.
11. Okay. Okay. This is the hag that is not yet bloodied, by the way.
Okay.
She still isn't. Anything else, Blurta?
She will be.
I believe you.
I'm going to drift backwards. Oh wait. Oh, and I'm going to greater healing potion. So that is 4d4 plus 4.
Mm-hmm.
Let's grab some d4s out. So, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 plus 4, so 14 points of healing.
Nice.
And so we established that.
You can still fly.
Yeah.
Because it's not concentration. Yeah.
So I'm going to just sort of... Actually, no, I'm just going to stay in this now. Because may as well get the more healing.
You've got another 4 rounds of healing based on Nersei's spell mod. Right, okay. Hag. Yet another hag. Is going to move up to Muck as well and try to hit you. So you're the only one close to the water. Does a 16 hit? I believe it doesn't.
Nope. Nope.
Misses. And will stay where she is as she's screaming in your face, just sort of like atonally. Nimbo, you are up next.
In the immortal words of Sirius Sam, yourself. So I am going to apologize to Nerisei for not having. I need to keep a 3rd level spell slot just in case someone actually does die. So I'm going to cast a 2nd level bless on the 4 of us.
Cool.
So all of the finger blasters are now blessed.
Nice. Hashtag blessed.
And I am going to run up next to Muck on the water.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going around the acid, obviously. Yes. And I don't think I have any... Actually, I'll go there. And I don't think I have any good bonus actions for right now. So I'm going to leave it at that.
Brilliant. Em, you're up next.
Seeing that they keep going for Muck, I'm gonna just shout to Muck, "Big Muck!" and cast Enlarge.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Big Muck time. Token adjustments. There you are.
I assume this spell is always cast with like an electric guitar solo.
Yeah. Muck becomes Big Muck.
Amazing.
Bonus action?
No bonus action. That is it. I'm not getting any closer.
Cool. All right. Nerisei is finally close enough that she can do some interesting things. So she is going to... She has a lot of concentration spells. But what she can do is... Let's see what her movement is at. She is going to... She doesn't care too much about the acid, so she will run through the acid, making a dex save. And makes it, so she's not going to take any acid damage as she also runs up to this hag and casts Primal Savagery. As her... it looks at first, you think, Nimbo, oh no, this is another were creature. As her fingers elongate and turn into these sharp claws before you realize it's just a spell. She's going to cast Primal Savagery and hit this hag for a 23, and that is 3d10 damage. 16 damage, acid damage to this hag. Why is it acid damage? I don't know. I've never questioned it. It's weird. And then we'll do a bonus action healing word on Muck as well.
Thank you.
So that's going to be the 7 healing for you. And that brings us to you, Muck. Big Muck, even.
Yeah,
Please. So I'm gonna start off by attacking the hag closest. I'm gonna use my great weapon master for all these. So I'm rolling a d20 plus 4, which is my strength minus 5, plus an extra d4 because of the bless.
Yes, you are.
Okay, let's go. First one. Okay, 6. Plus 4, 10, plus another 4, 14 to hit. Don't think that's anything. Oh, okay. And the second one, 8.
It just hits.
Plus, yeah. Okay. All right. So that's 2. So let's damage.
Each of those gets an additional D4
13
damage.
plus D4. Yeah. So
Wait, why does it get
10.
D4 damage?
She's big.
Big Muck.
Because I'm
Oh,
big.
shit.
So
Yes.
27 damage for the first one.
You one hit point left.
Okay. And
what was
then,
your second?
What is
your
that?
second attack?
Second
to hit.
26.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, the hit was a 8 plus all the nonsense, so it hits.
8 plus
the last one was
4
6
plus a
plus
D4.
It couldn't
What did you
miss on
roll on the
that, it would-
D4?
Oh
It'd be
yeah.
12 plus a minimum of 1, so it would have to hit.
No, because the AC is 14, not 13.
Oh, I thought it was 13. Okay.
No. Their spell saves 13.
It hits, though. I see.
2.
Okay. Yeah. Amazing, yeah. You lay into this hag, taking her down like you took her sister, but rather than taking her head clean off, you just hack her into multiple pieces.
Amazing. I'm gonna action surge, and
Okay.
I'm gonna make my way to the other hag that is standing.
Go for it.
For
Go
now.
for it.
Amazing.
Yeah, somewhere.
We'd love to see Big
cool.
Muck.
All right, let's roll 2 d20s. Okay, first one with 3. Let's ignore that. Second one, 13 plus 4, 17 plus the d4
Hits.
is okay. Cool. Yeah, it's like 20 something. So let's roll that damage. Okay, that's 4. Oh, sorry, 10 plus a d4. 11 plus 10 is 21 damage to that hag.
This hag is now bloodied as you cut into her as well.
Cool. And then, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I'm not gonna heal. If I go to 1, I'll heal again. So that's my turn. Done.
All right. Okay. The hag is up next. And is going to, she's just going to try to break at you with all she's got with her butt flesh claws. That is going to be a 19 to hit.
Yes.
Wisdom save, please.
That hits. I'm getting there. 11 does bless. Okay, that's 12. Then I add a d4 from bless. What's that? 14.
You do succeed in the save, but she's going to use a reaction again to cause you extra necrotic damage. You take 13 slashing damage minus 3, and 12 necrotic damage.
All right, I probably should have healed. That's fine. It's just her, though, isn't it? It's just her.
It's just her left, yes. She's going to bonus action disengage and move. Start moving far away from Big Muck, because Big Muck is scary. And that brings us to Blurta.
Double Eldritch Blasts.
You heal 3. You heal another 3 hit points.
Oh, excellent.
As the mice continue to patch you up.
Okay, does so it's 14, you say?
DC 14.
So
what? Oh, sorry, AC 14.
6 plus 8 is 14. That hits.
That does hit.
Thank you, Nimbo's bless. So that's a nice juicy 13 force plus 3 fire.
See?
And then That will also hit for an additional 11 force.
11 force. Okay. Hag's still up, but she's looking very much worse for wear. She's starting to sink beneath the surface, struggling to keep herself up. Anything else, Blurta?
Nope.
Nimbo.
I am going to first up. I know this is the last hag, but we don't know if there's any other bullshit. So I'm gonna turn to Muck and be like, "Nice," and that's a second level healing word. So it's gonna be 11 healing.
Nice.
Thank you.
And then I am going to. I'm gonna run after this hag along the water, along the surface of the water.
Yep.
And I am going to. I'm just gonna take a swing. I'm gonna take a swing with my shillelagh.
Go for it.
With a D4. Now I can roll. That's gonna be 30.
Nimbo's rage at these hags and the anxiety that they have caused him with Bias ignoring Nimbo and being mad at him has all come out in this one hit. That absolutely hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
I mean, the damage isn't going to be as impressive. That's 10 points of magical bludgeoning.
Nice.
Just on the back of the head as she's running away.
Yeah. She's sinking down. She's like taking in mouthfuls of water. And you can see that's not an issue for her. It's like coming out the gills in her neck, but she's struggling to stay up and alive.
Seeing how pathetic she looks now, and just be like, to Yarrow, do you want some? Come here, like hold your arm out, like point the finger, and then I need you to shout, "Magic missile." And I'm just holding a finger alongside Yarrow's.
I'm so glad you're using magic missile.
Yarrow then for a second.
Sorry. What was that?
Just throwing Yarrow at a hag.
Yeah, I thought you were going to use catapult on Yarrow there for a second. Just projectile
I thought you were
piker.
finally gonna do the thing where the familiar can cast spells for you, but no.
That's touch spells only, really.
I thought that's why you were gonna throw Yarrow.
No.
I was just glad that you're using magic missile because I can imagine the Yarrow's finger kind of just like saying like Nimbo.
Ooh, the big one.
Nimbo.
If I kill him, I can eat all the copper in his hair. I mean, magic missile. This hag has 4 hit points left, so you don't need to roll. How do you want to do this?
I rolled anyway, and I got 14 points. But I just like when we're ready, you shout it.
Magic missile.
And as Yarrow shouts that, there's just going to be like a red, a blue, a green, and a yellow, like force dart will fly and hit like as though they're just being riddled with bullets, like sinking into the water,
platoon style
in the swamps.
Emma, you holding your finger sideways, just like jumping through the air, bad boy style.
I've got to be honest with you, the hags never were my favorite fae.
No, they're not great. If
No.
we're going through that portal, we're not looking for any
Oh,
of
lots
these.
of them.
Lovely. Great.
Yeah.
Well,
So many hags.
well, 3 less now. Well done.
Great.
Oh my god! If I love all of Vias's creatures, but I might need a little while before I see another maggot.
You are a free bear now, Nimbo.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I didn't
realize you were
realize
also
how
a
much that
druid?
was weighing down on me. You seem like a trustworthy person.
Thanks.
Can you promise us you can keep a secret?
Absolutely. I'm already not going to tell the Crest Guard where you are. So
I rolled a
that's one more.
25 insight. What's written in her diary?
She got a natural 20.
On some kind of check.
On some kind of persuasion or deception or intimidation. You don't know. She is being genuine. Because it's a skill check, so because you got a, what did you get total? 25? Yeah, so it's a skill check, so I'm not going to tell you her modifier, but you might have still beaten her.
Sure. And either way, I either know she's being genuine or I feel she's being genuine.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So
she can keep a secret, and she's not going to tell the Crest Guard where you are.
You might have heard that little conversation at the start about a deal.
Yeah,
we didn't we didn't go into this choosing to deal with hags.
No one does.
No.
No one clever does.
Yeah, we're on a steep learning curve with that. Won't happen again.
I mean, we'd just come out of a big fight and they would have fucked us over.
Yeah, and the deal was that they wanted something from us in return for trespassing through their waters. And the first thing that we were able to offer that they thought was anywhere near acceptable was me. And not just because I am so devastatingly handsome, multi-talented, tall, and stylish.
But because you're a bear?
Yeah, there were some bounty hunters who we think were after our friend M here. And one of them was a werebear. And
shit.
Yeah, in trying to protect our friend, I got a little present from her.
Oh.
A love bite.
Yeah, it's been okay
Not
so
good.
far. Been keeping it under control, but looking to get it seen to when I can. And that does kind of relate to what we're doing in Elmsford as well. Because
You don't need to tell me everything if you don't want to. I appreciate your being honest with me, but don't feel like you have to share.
Sorry, we don't really get to tell many people.
No,
the
I'm
shit that's
happy to
going on
hear it. I
because
just don't want you to feel obligated.
It's. You know what? I'm not always the best at knowing how much to say, so I'm going to leave
Do
it
you
at
guys
that.
want to discuss amongst yourself before you decide to tell me more stuff?
That's probably wise.
Cool. You
I mean,
remind me a
also
little bit,
just-
Nimbo. Yeah? Sorry, Blerta.
Also, just let us know how much you want to have plausible deniability on knowing stuff.
Hey, I'm gonna lie to the Crest Guard about whether or not I found you, and then I'm gonna go off and have adventures. I mean, this has shown me that that's what I really want to be doing with my life.
So you're going to leave the Crest Guard?
I didn't sign up to the Crest Guard to go off and arrest my colleagues. I mean, what am I, internal affairs? No. I'm a fucking druid.
So you're more of the kind of monster slaying vibe.
Yeah, and I've been, occasionally work with some others, but I've been mostly working on my own anyways, which they're not really keen on. But
You don't
yeah,
really
probably.
need that badge anymore then, right?
I mean, I'm gonna keep it for now, just because if I'm gonna go and lie and tell them that I haven't found you, I want them to think I'm still on their side. But why?
Oh, I've got rid of mine. And the more of others like
Oh,
us
yeah,
that we can get rid of, then the better.
I'm not keeping it on longer than I have to, but I don't.
Good.
Yeah,
Want to be able
from
to
the way
persuade
out.
them. Exactly. Nimbo, you remind me a bit of my ex. Talks too much sometimes.
Blushes.
Made a deal with hags, though. In your favor, He made the deal on purpose. Fucking idiot.
What happened to him?
Oh, he runs a magic shop in Lissold?
Oh,
I'm just-
You've probably met him.
I
Everyone
think
loves
we
him.
have.
He's amazing.
I'm just
Yeah.
picturing that when she says that, she doesn't mean like literal magical hags. It was just like he agreed to borrow some money off his aunts.
She is not elaborating, so you can believe what you want. But yes, this does perhaps explain when Nimbo followed Nerase, why she stood outside of the magic shop just looking into the window for so long.
Well, yeah, I'm glad that I, only accidentally made the same mistake as he did.
Yeah, he's a fucking idiot.
Whereas I'm only sometimes an idiot.
That's good to know. Anyways, shall we head back to town and I'll go lie to the crest guard and you guys can get on with whatever it is you're doing?
Can I assume?
Quick sidebar. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Blair.
I was just gonna go. Do hags have anything on them? I don't really know.
These hags, you're looking around a bit, but you're not finding anything. If these hags have a stash, it's not here.
It's just like here's my bag of snails. Great, thanks.
Pretty much, yeah. There's a lot more maggots you can find, but
Yeah,
do you
I'm
want
good.
that? Yeah.
So on the list, I'm gonna just activate detect magic just in case there's anything around. Also, let's have a quick sidebar. before we head off.
Nerase lights up with magic. She's got a lot of magic items on her.
Nimbo is having trouble concentrating because Narase's kind of hot. Like, not
Are
just
you gonna
not
cheat on your tiefling girlfriend?
no. It's just he's tempted.
Did I
And
expect this when I introduced the hot half-elf druid? Possibly.
but look, let's have a quick sidebar. So we probably don't want Nerase in on our next job, right?
No.
That's more of an us thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I will zip it.
I don't think we should tell her anything about where we're staying or where we're going.
Yeah, that's probably wise. She seems, straightforward and honest, but
Insight check.
we've made mistakes.
Oh, Nimbo?
Yeah. I'm playing this fight. No, it's alright.
I got a 14 deception.
Then I might as well roll it. Let's have it. Oh no, 12. Okay.
Nimbo is
still
just
blessed.
perturbed from having been covered in maggots, and bless doesn't work for this.
Yeah.
That's an ability check.
No.
I didn't add for bless.
And it's been more than a minute at this point, anyways.
True.
But whilst I feel like we probably can trust her, she is going back to the crest guard, and we don't know what they'll do to get information.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the more in the dark she is, the better for her as well as for us.
Yeah.
True.
She has wandered off, by the way, so you guys can have this conversation without needing to whisper too much.
In that case,
Yes.
So the fire, Yarrow did that.
Hey.
Okay. That's impressive. I didn't know you. Like,
Hey!
do you have magic?
Make an insight check on them. Roll
Zero.
deception. 0.
I have a really good modifier,
Yeah,
but
nat
I'm
one,
back to my
minus
shit
one.
rolls. So that's an 11.
Just like I just look at Yarrow with a whole new light.
Yeah, I rolled a 12.
I mean, my passive is 17, but
Yarrow is stood on M's shoulder going,
I think I look at Em and I'm like, Em.
I mean, like, yes, I might have rolled poorly on insight, but
You
I'm not
know what
fucking
Yarrow is capable of,
Yeah,
and you
right?
know Yarrow is not capable of lighting fires.
Yeah.
That's not true. But
So wait, so did Yarrow like run off and carry a little candle in there or something?
no, do you remember when we were taking the boat up here to Elmsford and Yarrow gave you a blueberry?
Yeah, that was sweet.
And you thought you smelled smoke.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we went out the night before and maybe got a little bit of revenge.
I mean, that shop owner was a dick, but did that shop need to burn?
Killed my pet.
He's
Can't
right
really
there.
die, but yeah. Still
But
sucks.
you know, that also the owner didn't know that. The shop owner thought they were killing. Although did they know that Yarrow was your pet? Either way. I mean, I understand the sentiment, but maybe in future loop us in on this stuff so we can have a plan at least, or at least be in the know about what's going on. Because if we're going to stay safe together going forward, especially if we're going to be cutting ourselves loose from the Crest Guard and the Sovereign, and if we're going to be dealing with the Fisher and these bounty hunters and the mayor and everything, we gotta know what's up.
Well, I agree. I will say on the night, no one saw me. And they're running on inference because they had a disagreement with us in the day. So I would make an argument that they killed my animal. And that is provable. Nothing else is.
Weren't you the one just complaining just yesterday that you don't want to be a cop?
I don't understand how relevant that. This is revenge, I think. A bit pettier.
I just want to keep pointing out I'm not dead, which might impede that argument slightly.
But it doesn't matter if you're not dead. You were still attacked. And we have 4 witnesses. No witnesses
in the eyes of the
found
law, I'm not sure that's gonna.
I think setting the shop afire might have been a little bit extreme, though, wasn't it? Punching the guy, absolutely.
Whose side are you on here?
I told you this that evening.
And you still
I
haven't
don't want you
answered.
getting in trouble on my behalf. I can fight my own battles. I
Look,
killed that hag.
No, yes, you did. You're growing. Character growth.
And respect.
Thank you.
So
But
just another one to add to the list. Don't die, don't get arrested.
Exactly.
Bad boys
the
for life.
The legal and moral ins and outs of that one act, we can chat about over a pint, or a thimble for you, Yarrow. But I think we can all agree that going forwards, let's be a little bit more upfront with each other about this stuff. We'd rather find out about this stuff, when it's about to happen or just after it happens, rather than a couple of weeks down the line when, we were lucky that, Nerese was the one who got sent to look for us.
Yeah.
What if it was someone a bit more, bootlicky?
Well, I have my own thoughts on how we deal with that, but we'll not jump into that right now. I'm all down with being more communicative. We've agreed on that since coming here. I genuinely had forgotten I had done it until I saw her.
That honestly concerns me more than anything else you've said.
Well, I had a bit of a
how
stressful
long's that
day
list?
yesterday. Yesterday was rather stressful. It's
just like, oh yeah, I did burn something down, didn't I? Oh yeah.
The GM always remembers
I did just destroy
the
someone's life.
consequences.
Next time you commit a crime, let me know. Or you think you're going to, let me know and I'll write it down. And then we can check at the end of the day.
No, we don't write things
whether
down.
you did it or not.
No.
Rule 1 of crime is don't write things down, Rachel. Come on, what are we,
That's fine.
amateurs?
Unless it's like fraud that you need to write. Yeah.
Look, okay, let's just try and keep our. If we're not going to be sticking to all the laws, at least let's try and make our lives not more difficult than they need to be, right? Look. We've had a great, stressful, but it's turned out great day. We're hag free in our lane, moisturized with maggot entrails.
Yeah, I'm just prestidigitating myself clean while this is all happening, I assume.
Let's get back. We'll say our goodbyes with Nerese, and yeah, we can have a rest and think about next time. What's next on the list?
Good job today.
Sounds good.
You make your way back. You get out of the swamp, unfold your boat, and make your way back to Elmsford. On the jetty, Nerese says her farewells, informs you that she'll be staying at the library, one of the more expensive inns in town. So she seems to enjoy a bit of luxury occasionally, and offers you 1 sending stone, should you want to get in touch with her or require help, if you want to accept.
I'll take that, I guess.
Yeah, Nimbo reaches his hand out and Blurter intercepts. And then Nimbo looks at Blurter and goes, yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just in case of emergencies, if I'm not at the inn or down the line, if you ever need someone to join you on another hag killing adventure, this has been.
So presumably
very
she's got the
good for
partner
me.
stone to that.
She's got the partner stone, yeah. She's just giving you 1/2 basically, so you can communicate with her.
So sending stone to Nerese.
That's yeah. I won't bother you if you don't want to be bothered. So thanks for letting me tag along today. I appreciate it.
No, it was cool.
worries.
Yeah, just no biggie. Yeah. Catch you around, I
Good luck.
guess.
Yeah. Well, maybe not. I don't know yet where I'm heading, but we'll see. Good night, folks. And she will head off into town. The 4 of you make your way back to your inn, or to your grandmother's.
I think back to the inn.
Yeah, we don't want to bring all
A
this
different inn than
hag
where
and
Nerese
maggot
stayed.
entrail.
Even with prestidigitation, you feel grimy.
Still
So
got
you make
that
your way
ass
back to
barbecue
the inn.
stink.
And get ready for the next day, when you will enact revenge upon the mayor, hopefully. And that will be next week, folks. Very quickly, because I know we're running quite late on our pre-recording. Moment of Awesome MVP, who's getting it this week?
I quite like the Big Muck Rampage.
Big Mac!
I also
I love being Big Mug.
I also love the Maggot Massacre.
Yes, that was
I
great.
have to say,
That
as a
was
DM,
really
one
good.
of my favorite parts was Muck's reaction to the Phantasmal Force.
Yes, also that.
Yeah.
Just like, what's your fear? Yes.
And
Because I asked all of
Yeah.
you what your character's fears were during our session 0 like a year ago.
I remember, yeah.
Glad it finally came up.
Yeah.
oh, I'm glad
I
I
can't
didn't
even
have to
remember what I said.
mine.
I know.
Yeah.
So,
Forgot
Muck or Nimbo, I believe, are the options. Alex, your opinion?
I would say muck just because there's 2 muck options on the same.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
Okay. In that case, Muck gets the Moment of Awesome. We are going to head off, folks. We'll see you again next week. Have a great evening, a great rest of your week. We'll see you soon, folks. Good night.
Bye.